Hello curling fans, welcome back to continuing coverage of SGI Canada's Best of the West. You're watching the men's second draw between Saskatchewan's Rylan Kleiter and Alberta's Jeremy Harty. John Cullen with you once again here as the teams get ready to go here in this evening draw at the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. We can get some, you'll get some view here. We've got this sort of rinkside lounge bustling tonight as people settle into their weekends here at Saskatoon. Great time down at the club. Lots of people eating and drinking. There we go. Nice look at all the fine folks of Saskatoon coming through to watch this game. And it should be a good one. We talked earlier today about how 2 wins guarantees you a tiebreaker in this tournament. So Rylan Kleiter would love to get to 2 wins. And for Jeremy Harty losing this morning to Matthew McCready, maybe a team that they would have expected to beat coming into this tournament, a team that they're ranked almost 80 spots ahead of in the world rankings, beat them. So they'll be looking to get back on track here, starting without Hammer against the team from Saskatchewan. Kleiter actually calls into the Nutana Curling Club home. Team Harty, meanwhile, the Glencoe Curling Club out of Calgary, Alberta, home of Kevin Cooey.
17-4.
So as we saw with the men's game earlier today, the 2 teams not afraid to mix it up here early. Center guard thrown in the first stone by Curtis Goller, and Matthew Tyon looking to come around it, and we'll get some action going here early. We can see Kleiter got pretty well known at the Canadian Juniors for having crazy pants, and continuing that trend here. Once we lost Norway with the crazy pants, we might as well gain some people from Saskatoon who have them. I had a little brain fart there because I don't even know what you call people who live in Saskatoon. Saskatoonites? That can't be right. That sounds too long. Saskanites? Tweet at me. Cullen on Curling. Let me know what you call someone who lives in Saskatoon, because I'm lost here. So we get a look here at lead Curtis Goller. The second for this team, Joshua Keast. Third is Kyler Kleibrink, and skip is Jeremy Harty.
Hard, gotta go. Really gotta go.
They're playing with their traditional lineup this weekend, with Jeremy throwing skip and calling the game. This year they flirted a little bit with Kyler Kleibrink throwing last, but this is their last tournament together as a team. So Kyler told me they're going back to the old school, the old days with Jeremy at the tee head. Kyler, of course, heading off to skip his own team next year, bringing in Dustin Kaltoff from Saskatchewan here as his import player, and Chris Kennedy, who we saw earlier today for Carsten Sturmay's team, and Evan Van Amsterdam, who's out here playing mixed doubles. They're going to be playing together. Kyler's first foray skipping, and going to be out of a very tough province in Alberta, but should be a great team. And Jeremy Harty is going to make a full-time move to third next year, playing with Aaron Sluchinski. Longtime great curler out of Alberta as well, out of Airdrie, in fact.
Yep, 14-6.
So 2 good shots here from Matthew Tyon, and it is Kleiter early on sitting 2 with the hammer.
Back 4. Okay, line's good. Back 8. Back 8, back 12. Okay. Close. Whoa. Close, yep. Hard. Hard. Hard, Kurt. Hard, gotta go. Oh.
And just a little late on the sweep there. Pretty good weight from Joshua Keast, but unfortunately just catches a rub off that top one, and chance now for Kleiter to lie 3. As we said, this Kleiter team curling out of the Nutana Curling Club. They're Saskatchewan 1 here at this event. Skipped by Rylan Kleiter. Third is Joshua Mattern. Second is Trevor Johnson, and lead is Matthew Tyon.
Which rock was it? Yeah.
this Kleiter team has had a lot of success at the junior and U18 levels of the game from 5 years in a row, or well, 6 actually. From 2015 to 2020, they were Saskatchewan champs. Rylan himself winning from 2015 to 2017, and then this foursome won 4 straight Saskatchewan junior titles from 2017 to 2020. It's a nice shot there from Trevor Johnson. They were trying to roll away and it over curled a little bit on them, but still not a bad spot for them to be. But yeah, they won 4 straight Saskatchewan junior titles, 2017 to 2020. Never were quite able to get it done at the Canadian level, have a couple bronze medals to their name. But Rylan Kleiter was asked to be the alternate for Tyler Harty in 2019. And they won gold at that event. So Rylan is a world junior champ. It's Josh Keast looking for the run back here, and he gets it. Excellent shot to get rid of 2 Kleiter stones.
Yeah.
Safe to say that Team Harty kind of needed that one.
It did.
Get a nice little look at it here.
Peel. I don't like that. Like the peel? Huh?
So a really nice shot there from Kyler Kleibrink, makes the roll underneath.
Yeah, nice peel.
Yeah. Shouldn't do much.
We get our first look here at Joshua Mattern trying to make a run back here.
Okay, that's good, Jay.
And that'll just be a straight peel.
That's good.
Really got to be careful there, though.
So the end turned around a little bit there with Kleibrink's excellent hit and roll, and opportunity now to just replace the guard. And that just over curls a little bit on them. So
Good try to get under. I like that.
We've seen that here on this feature sheet all day long. It curls quite a bit, and teams have maybe a little bit of a difficulty managing the finish, particularly on rocks that are thrown light like a guard.
Whoa, then. Whoa. Close. Maybe hit. Close. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard, Trev. Hard. Hard.
Whoa.
Hard. 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 Whoa. Hard, Matty. Hard, Matty.
Really nice touch there from Josh Mattern. Fantastic sweep from Trevor Johnson, and it's once again Kleiter lying to. And this is a bit of a pressure draw here for Jeremy Harty pretty early on.
This breeze right to theirs. Yeah. Pounds. Yeah. I think I can give you in the low 15s and you guys can do more with it. Yeah.
So big shot here for Jeremy Harty. Kleiter lying 2 with hammer completely buried.
Maybe there. Up.
Thought it might be a little heavy out of the hand.
Kurt. Kurt. Okay, whoa. Yep. Yeah.
This is really curling.
Hard. Josh.
Get it by the top. Can they get onto that back one? They do. So good shot from Jeremy Harty. Maybe a little bit more weight than he was planning on throwing, but well managed by Kyler Kleibrink and Curtis Gohler. And it is Harty sitting 1 now. So Kleiter just going to try to draw into the forefoot here.
There's like huge gouge right here if you're sliding.
Oh, okay.
You might, it would wipe you out, yeah.
Okay, so that was through and we almost wrecked.
Yeah.
It took a while, but it came in hard. Is it like a 65, 70? Or not quite that quick? Yeah, 70. Okay. 65, 70. All right, boys. Let's make it.
So Kleiter's first shot here in the first.
Line's good. Little ad. Line's good.
Line's tight.
Line's good. Yep.
Yep. Gotta go line. Gotta go. Yep. Gotta go line, guys.
Jeremy Harty's really curled here.
Whoa.
Matthew Tyon trying to get this by the top,
Oh,
and he will. Now they need it to slow down. So similar story to Jeremy Harty, just maybe a little heavier than Rylan Kleiter wanted to throw it, but ends up in a decent spot.
that slid really good.
And so Jeremy Harty will just try to follow him down here and cut him down to 1.
Slid really good. We didn't sweep it much either. It's kind of just, I was light. Yep.
I was pulling him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So final stone here for Jeremy Harty in the first. Facing 1 without hammer.
Off.
It's a little tight.
Needs to draw the forefoot.
Okay, hurts. Got him. Hard. Okay, we're on the guard.
And that just really took off on them. And unfortunately for them, they may have bumped that Kleiter rock in for third
The
shot.
farther we go out, the more it's cutting back. Because that's still heavy in it.
And yeah, Kleiter does seem to think they're shot too, so
That's where I was getting to.
it's a draw for 3 for Team Kleiter.
Like that.
I like that. Just be in this kind of area.
Yeah.
Just seemed like a tricky spot there. Both Harty and Kleiter needed a lot of sweeping to get in there in the first place, and that one maybe just had a little less weight and curled a little more than they were expecting. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, worst case scenario for Jeremy Harty is he
Going a little
pokes
wider,
that
but I
Kleiter
think
stone
it's
in
gotta
and
be similar, right?
gives Rylan the shot for 3.
So similar to what I just threw then? I added pretty good though, I think. Okay. Yeah. I thought I added I might have got to a 65. Okay. That sounds good, boys. All right, boys, let's make it.
So final stone, Rylan Kleiter already sitting 2 and looking to add a third.
That's good.
Line's
Little ad.
good.
Decent ad.
Line's good.
Little wider for sure. Line's good, boys.
Line's real good,
Sweepers have
boys.
picked it up pretty early.
Yep, got your line.
Yep.
Hard, boys, hard.
Can
Hard
they
line
get it
too.
there?
Hard line.
Need forefoot.
Okay. Good sweep.
And unfortunately, it just over curls, and so
Just watch out for that one still.
it's going to be a 2, I think. They're going to take a look at it here. It's one for sure, and it is indeed two. So unfortunately, just a little light there for Kleiter, but they do still pick up two with the hammer in the first. We'll get our first look at Jeremy Harty with the hammer when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West. Welcome back, everybody. John Cullen here, just marveling in that C-Can commercial. I love it every single time it comes on. Just everything about it I love. I love the denim at the end. I love the Star Wars parody in the middle. Perfectly constructed ad. Check them out, ccan.ca. One of the main sponsors here, along with SGI Canada, SaskMilk, Cherry Insurance, whole host of others. So a good first end for Rylan Kleiter. Had the hammer and took advantage of it. Had a draw for three with his last that he didn't make, but still managed to put two on the board. So we'll see if Jeremy Harty has an answer for it here in the second end.
Okay, lots of room still. Got a curl. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yep, we're over. Yeah, keep going. Keep it going. Right around. Yep, yep, yep. All right, 15. Good. Freeze.
Yeah.
Don't mind other
10.
Looks tight to me.
So Kleiter getting Tyon to run his own back here after that great draw from Curtis Goller.
Yep. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Roll that out. Hard Josh, hard Josh. That was not enough room. Not enough room.
Yeah, we look tight to us.
Okay, it's curling fine there too.
So doesn't quite make it, so Goller going to have a chance to use this sort of corner guard that Kleiter has afforded them.
Line's fine, lots of room. Kyler's rock. Kyler, you gotta go. Where you at? Okay, right on my broom. Line's fine. Nice. Good shot.
And that's a great pair from Curtis Goller. And it is Harty lying to with the hammer.
I kind of like the run right now.
I do too.
Throw normal peel. Clean. Yep. Hard.
Trevor Johnson looking for the run back. And he will find it.
Good sweep.
So nice shot there, but does still leave that corner guard up for Jeremy Harty. We'll see if Josh Keast can get behind there. It's been a bit of an up and down season for Jeremy Harty. As I said, they've been trading off the last rock duties between Kyler and Jeremy for most of the season. They won the preseason event in Leduc and have had a few decent results. Lost the final in Calgary to Tyler Tardy, who's also playing in this event. They also made the quarterfinals in Red Deer. They made the playoffs in Penticton. They won a preseason event in Leduc. And they won the bronze medal at the Alberta Provincials, losing the semifinal to Ted Appelman, who ended up losing that final to Kevin Cooey. So they've been one of the top teams in Alberta for a while now, but again, also had their fair share of not qualifying. And 4 of the events they played in, and pre-trials was a tough event for them. They went 0-6 at the pre-trials, weren't able to get a W on the board. But currently ranked 43 in the world, so certainly nothing to sneeze at for this Harty team, and obviously any team that comes third in Alberta is very good, especially at a young age. Trevor Johnson looking for the run back again. Unfortunately doesn't find it this time, so it's Jeremy Harty now sitting 2 with the hammer.
That's good. Okay. Good seat.
So the guard just not quite getting there for Josh Keast, and this should allow for Josh Mattern to get to it. It's not a super easy shot, though. I'm not surprised they changed the call. When I saw the camera angle from the far end, it certainly looked like wasn't an easy shot there to make, especially out to the wings. So electing to hit the open one smartly here.
Whoa, whoa.
Close.
Clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean, clean, clean.
Matt.
Any roll, Trev.
Hard roll.
That's good. Good shot.
A little heavy there, Matt? A little heavy? Or is it good? Yeah, it didn't quite grow like... Shot. Hard.
Yeah, hard.
So open hit here for Kyler Kleibrink with his first. Say that 10 times fast.
Clean. Whoa. Hard.
Roll big. Yep.
And makes no mistake. So no double there again here for Saskatchewan, but certainly they'd love to roll a little bit more behind the corner guard if possible. If you're Kleiter here, you just want to try to get these stones grouped at some point so you can maybe make a double. But running out of time to do that here. Don't want to roll out either. Need to be shot here. And unfortunately, it rolls a little too far. So now Jeremy Harty will be able to stack it behind this corner guard or split the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Was my first one heavy?
my thought here as we see that one just over curling a little bit on Kleiter. So Kyler's going to put another one behind this corner guard and
I wonder if we double corrected there a bit.
try to maybe bring a potential 3 into play.
Line's good. Whoa. You gotta be to it, guys. Kurtz rock.
Whoa.
Kurtz rock. Just to my broom.
Oh, oh. Sit down. Okay, it's doing good. I don't know why they're so eager to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, just a lighter clean instead of actually like leaning on it.
So with the two stones being grouped, might be a chance here for Rylan Kleiter to get to them.
15-3.
You can see there, it's not quite buried from the hack. That's probably going to look about a quarter open for Rylan. So it's certainly there, but you can tell by the broom they're not throwing a heater at it. But probably if you throw a decent control here, you're in business. It's one of those shots, as long as you make contact with the yellow, you're probably getting rid of both of them, or at least getting close to it anyway. And they're maybe having a rethink here.
Think you can? So, is the board still the weight, or you want the harder thing? You don't think you need any curl? Okay.
So it looks like Rylan actually wants to throw it harder.
Curl a bit.
He's a little nervous that he can't see enough of it, that if he just through the bumper, sort of bumper control weight they were calling, that he would just never get rid of that second yellow stone. So just one of those you often hear skips say, you hit what you can see. That's pretty much what Rylan Kleiter is going to try to do here. Not an easy shot. We have seen rocks curl with peel. So big shot here for Kleiter. Needs to just get by this guard.
Whoa, yep, hard! Hard!
Oh. Just by the absolute smallest amount. And now, just really unfortunate for Kleiter, because usually if you miss that shot, you're getting rid of the guard. So you're never giving up more than 2. But by just whisking that guard, it does bring 3 into play here for Team Harty. So really unfortunate miss for Kleiter, just barely.
Yeah, right there.
But we said, I've seen it all day. This is the 4th game I've watched on this sheet. It does curl with peel here. We're going to get a look at it on the replay. Just, oh. I mean, he threw peel weight. To only move the guard that much really tells you how close he was to hitting it. I mean, if that curls not even another ½ inch, that guard is gone. So just the worst case scenario for Kleiter there. But in many ways, the best case scenario for Team Alberta. Jeremy Harty can put another one on top of these two. Boy, it's going to be tough for Kleiter to not give up 3.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Josh is raw.
Close.
Josh is raw. Just clean, Josh.
Yep.
Light clean.
Whoa.
Light clean. Little bounce here. Nice shot.
Really good spot from Jeremy Harty. And now if you're Rylan Kleiter, what do you do?
Third shot too? Yeah. Nice. Okay. We tap it another inch of like nothing.
So it seems like Kleiter thinks he's got the same shot here, but where that Harty stone is, oh, you get a good view of it there. Yeah, he's got it over half.
No, I thought it was going to tap it perfect.
So certainly there to get the back to. I thought from my angle that Jeremy Harty had made it perfect, but the double is still on. But as we saw, not easy to make peels on this ice always. But if you're Jeremy Harty, you're happy getting 2 here. So final stone for Rylan Kleiter here in the second. Looking to get rid of 2.
Yep. Whoa.
And this time he makes no mistake. So a nice shot from Kleiter, but it'll be an open draw for 2 for Jeremy Harty. Jeremy Harty makes no mistakes, so they get a relatively painless 2 back, and Rylan Kleiter will get the hammer back. When we come back, it'll be all tied at 2. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West on Curling Canada and Curling Zone.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
Curl, yeah. All right, keep going. Keep going. Good. Good sweep, guys. 18-1.
So Curtis Goller continues his streak of not missing, putting up another center guard.
It's all there. It's all there. Don't want to go. Don't want to go. No. Good match. I'm shut it.
So nice shot from Matthew Tyon, but does overcurl just a little bit here. So Curtis Goller will have a chance to get to it.
Just freeze. Lots of room. Got a curl. Line's good. Lock it on. Kyler's rock still. Yep. Hard. Hard. Good. 16-1.
And another great shot from Goller. Dialed into his draw weight tonight. So Matthew Tyon just looking to freeze on top of that. This Kleiter team, similar to Harty, had a bit of an up and down year this year. They've made the playoffs 3 times and didn't make the playoffs 4 times. They had a good finish here at the Nutana back in the fall. The Saskatchewan Curling Tour lost the final to Cody Hartung. They also qualified at the SCT Championship in Swift Current and made the semifinals in Craven, but missed the playoffs in Banff, Red Deer, Highland, and the IG Swift Current tournament. And it wasn't their best showing at the SaskTel Tankard this year as well. They went 0-3 at the provincials. So for Kleiter, this is maybe a chance here to put a nice stamp on the year. They've obviously had lots of success in the past and a little bit this year, and I'm sure they would love to get a best of the West win and put 10 grand in the wallet at the end of the weekend when it's all said and done. As for their world ranking, it is a very nice 69. So not too far behind Harty at 43, but certainly a bit of a gap there. Nice shot from Trevor there. We can check in on some of the other results over on sheet 1. Team McCready so far unable to carry over their magic from this morning. They're down 5-0 to Colton Lott. Manitoba won. Of course, Colton Lott were losers to this Kleiter rink this morning, so much like Jeremy Harty looking to get a W in the win column. In men's doubles action, it's Team Saskatchewan playing off against Team Alberta, and Alberta's out to an early 3-1 lead in that one. They're playing the third. In the other men's doubles action, it's Manitoba and BC facing off, and they're tied at 2. And then switching back to fours action.
Nice shot.
It's Tyler Tardy against Karsten Sturmay, certainly a match we've seen many times in the past. Tyler Tardy has the best of this one so far, leading 3-1. They're also playing the third. And right beside them, it's Braden Calvert against the second Saskatchewan team, Brady Scharback. And it is Calvert who is down 3-2 after Scharback just put up a 3 in the second end. So you're all up to date. Try my best to keep you updated on everything going on around me as we check back in on our feature game here.
Yeah.
So Trevor Johnson just looking to promote their red one here on that yellow one on the button. And a very nice shot there from Trevor Johnson. So good look there, fully covering the button. It's Kleiter lying 1 with the hammer here. Both these teams really dialed into draw weight in a way we haven't really seen teams be too connected to it today.
Not. You got it.
That's worst case, yeah. If I'm super thin, I don't see anything too bad.
Hit like that.
I can see what he wants me to hit, so.
So Kyler Kleibrink looking for a double here, not easy.
Josh! Hard, Josh! Hard! Hard!
Josh Keast trying to bring it over, but he just can't quite do it. So it remains Kleiter sitting 1 with the hammer.
If anything, a bit quicker side.
So key shot here for Josh Mattern, looking to get a second one in. And that just apparates through that guard, my goodness. Phenomenal sweep from Matthew Tyon.
Good sweep, Maddie.
Earns the butt tap from Trevor Johnson. Fantastic sweep. Just getting this by. I mean, look at this here. Just whispered in that Yellow Rock's ear on the way by. And now Kyler Kleibrink forced to run everything at the front. This is close. Great shot from Kyler Kleibrink. My goodness. Going from Kleiter sitting 2 to Kleibrink and Harty sitting 4. Phenomenal shot. Beautiful shot. Missed the chance for a bingo bango there, but that was worthy of it there. No question about that.
Yep. A little tight. Easy. Close.
So Josh Mattern just trying to sneak by this corner guard here. A really nice shot from Mattern, great response. Is still Harty lying one.
Yeah, I think so. That's super gradual there. It's definitely less finished to the wing. It's more like gradual. That wasn't curling anymore at the end than it was earlier.
Just half.
The other side is like
Roll to the middle.
thought we got close to there.
Yeah. Close. Gosh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
So Jeremy Harty attempting to chase after it here.
Hard. Clean ball. Kurt.
And makes no mistake, so Harty will go back to lying 4, even though Kleiter's not really in any imminent danger here.
I think straight draw.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy. So.
Roll half vary's pretty good. Roll vary's pretty good. Okay. Real close, yep. I think it's real close.
So Kleiter just looking to hit shot stone here. It's kind of at the point in the end now where you just want to make sure you can get one.
Clean. Clean. Close. Yep. Yep. Hard, Trev. Hard.
Just trying to roll over to that yellow on the side. And they overcooked it just a little bit on the sweeping there, so it's still Harty lying 2, maybe 3. Didn't get a good look. It does look like 2.
My back.
Ladder. Just a bit. Through Hackett. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good spot. Okay. Touch forward.
So there we get a look there. Yeah, it's just Harty sitting 2 right now. So Jeremy Harty will just try to come around this corner guard. And then Kleiter will be drawing against 3. So a couple nice ends back to back here for the team from Alberta.
Just top 4 weight. Try and bury like 3/4 of it. Either leave them the half waiter or the drop sort of thing. We're 1-2. Like the side one and the back one behind Kai. But if I give you the same as, it's probably good crossing the line, hey? Okay.
Mine's good.
Mine's fine. Wait only, guys.
So Jeremy Harty in the comfortable position of already lying 2.
Got it, curl.
Just trying to put a 3rd point in there to make Rylan Kleiter's life a little tougher.
Kurt. Okay. Keep going right back.
So it didn't quite curl as much as they were hoping. They were trying to get behind that corner guard. So where they've ended up has actually given Kleiter some backing. So not the ideal position, but realistically, it's not a steal end for Harty anyway. So final stone here for Rylan Kleiter, facing 3. Needs to find a piece of the forefoot.
Line's good. Not curling yet. Line's real good. Line's good. Where? Do you need this? Okay, line's good. Line's good.
And Kleiter makes no mistake, so he will take a 1-point lead into the 4th, but Jeremy Harty will get the hammer back when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
Might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Welcome back, curling fans. You're watching continuing coverage of the Best of the West live from Nutana Curling Club here in Saskatoon. John Cullen with you on the call. We're watching Team Jeremy Harty, Alberta 2, taking on Team Rylan Kleiter, Saskatchewan 1. It's been a very tight game so far, but Jeremy Harty just put together a couple nice ends, scoring 2 in the 2nd, and after a phenomenal shot from Kyler Kleibrink, really putting the pressure on Kleiter to get one, and Kleiter did answer.
Two and a half. Might have to be careful on this one. Line's good. Okay. 2.5. Okay, line's still good. Just 2.5. Nice. Shot. Looks like we can play each other. Looks like
Line's good. Not tight by itself. 3. Real tight. Line's good. Line's good. Weight's good. Weight's good. Weight's good. You want some room even. Line's good for 3. Tight, tight, tight. Real tight.
So Matthew Tyon's guard just slips into the house. So this will allow Jeremy Harty the chance to hit and roll over to their corner guard.
yeah, that's what Ryan just said.
We got a big score alert over on sheet 2 in the men's doubles. Team Alberta putting up 5 in the 3rd end. They now lead Team Saskatchewan 8-1. A win there would push Alberta to 2-0 and almost certainly guarantee them a spot in the playoffs. So that one just doesn't quite curl for Curtis Gohler. So a chance here to just hit and stay as a guard. A nice shot there from Trevor Johnson.
Play like normal.
was the roll that Team Harty was looking for. Josh Keast, excellent shot to roll buried behind that corner guard. So now it's run back time for Trevor Johnson. Just missing is Johnson, and just missing guarding their own as well. So been a few of those shots now for Team Kleiter, just sort of the wrong side of the inch. So options here for Harty. Can guard their yellow, they can hit this red. Looks like they are gonna hit the red. Split the house here. I'm sure they wouldn't mind getting underneath that red one. This is really curling.
No roll. That's good. Good sweep.
Really good sweep from Curtis Goller. And it does indeed hang on to be about half buried behind that guard. So another run back needed here. Josh Mattern's turn.
I think a nose is even good though. Like you can't leave a corner. It's like this. Oh, if you want to try and stick it, okay. Where do you play this? That's my first thought, yeah. Throw a little harder, get it. Wherever you think. Normal up. Okay. Yeah.
Tried to hit and roll over, but got a little too aggressive, and now it's another chance similar to the second end for Jeremy Harty to potentially plug that corner guard. Electing to split the house here though, as it's not their own corner guard. Don't mind that either.
Line's good. Well, it's curling a little early. Okay, just to my broom. 15-1. Well. Yeah, cool. Good spot.
And Clybrink makes no mistake.
Okay. Same ice. Okay.
So Kleiter in that sort of unfortunate position here, just not really a lot of great options to force here. So just going to hit this open one and hope for a mistake, although this is really curling. Matt Tyon is really going to have to dig to hold this to get a piece of it. And it will just go right by. So goes from bad to worse here for Team Kleiter.
What are you thinking? Back 12? Right here.
After such a great first end from Kleiter, it really has been all one-way traffic. Team Harty has been in control, and they're continuing that here. Obviously, you never expect a player of Mattern's caliber to miss an open hit like that, but it does happen on occasion, and we'll have to see if Harty can take advantage.
Yeah. Then he has a double. But
Like air on the heavy side. They're going to pound it from the D-line back.
what do you think right here?
Yeah.
It's one of those situations that's tough because it doesn't really come up in practice. You know, when you practiced end scenarios, you often are practicing the end of the game, and you know, you don't really practice, hey, we're line 2 and the rest of the house is open in the middle of the game. What do we do? You know, sometimes it's just, where can we possibly put the rock that we don't give up an easy double.
Still running.
So they've elected to try for the back 12 here. They need this one to slow down, but it looks like it will.
Whoa.
Kleiter's going to try to get it out, but he will not. So really good spot there from Kyler Kleibrink. Maybe a little bit of a nail biter, but ended up in the right spot, and now it is Harty lying 3 with hammer.
That's as good as you could have done, I think.
Yeah. The hard part, I told you what, like, it's so hard one.
Yeah.
The hardest part is being too slow.
Yeah, true. Yeah, worst thing you probably could have done is come up like a top 8er.
I told you, but. Yeah, we threw your other shots here too. Okay. Hey, yeah, I think it looks good.
So tough shot for Kleiter here. You just try for a thin double if you can.
Clean. Yep. Hard then. Right up, Trev. Right up.
And this is curling a
Right
lot.
up.
I don't know if Kleiter got that one started or not, but never had a chance. So if Harty just noses it, it's going to be really tricky for Kleiter to prevent a 3 here.
Yeah.
Those are an inch, eh?
Yeah. Just control. Nose good or a hair Josh's way. Tyler's rock ran pretty straight until like the hog. Yeah. So I'll just give you control, and I think you can hold it there.
So you heard it all from Jeremy Harty there. Just would love to nose or roll a hair in towards the middle. And then Kleiter probably would have to throw a slash double. So no mistake from Harty. And now Kleiter's going to have to attack the outside of this rock and try to get the slash to hold them to 2.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
So big shot here from Rylan Kleiter. Can he keep a point off the board and make a double here? It's close. And just a slight oversweep. And that is just hanging on. So Rylan Kleiter just nudges the guard in the second end, and that leads to a 2 for Jeremy Harty, and this rock is just in the 12-foot.
I give you that 15-5.
And it will most likely lead to a 3 here for Jeremy Harty.
With this rock, I mean.
Just needs to hit the paint.
Okay. Yeah.
So Jeremy Harty just needs to hit paint
You can go.
And it's likely a 3.
Hard, boys.
Hard, Kurt.
Sweepers are on this one early.
Hard, Kurt. Keep going. Keep going. Kurt.
Just needs to bite the 12-foot.
Keep it going.
Can they get it there? They do. My goodness. We saw Kleiter pull the string on one in the first. I thought Harty had done the same here. It's at least 2. Kleiter's thinking like they might put a biter stick on it. I think they are. Harty's body language seemed pretty sure that it was in, but Kleiter may be thinking it might be out here. Maybe we can get a look from the overhead. In any case, we'll get a look here. Josh Mattern has the biter stick out here in record time. That is really close. That's the classic debate, is the biter stick touching it? But I think it is out. So really good thing that Jeremy Harty's draw was there. So they would have only gotten 1, but they do get 2, so they'll take a 4-3 lead into the 5th end. We're going to take a short 2-minute break here, and we'll be back with the 5th end coverage live from Saskatoon.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Hi, I'm Mike Squires, and I invite you to come down to SMP and see why we're Saskatchewan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. We've been serving Saskatoon and surrounding areas for over 50 years. With over 400 new and used vehicles on the lot, SMP will have the vehicle you're looking for. We also have an amazing staff with hundreds of years of combined experience in sales, service, and collision repair to help you with all your automotive needs. Come visit us at 715 Circle Drive East or online at smpchev.ca.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year.
Welcome back, curling fans. Continuing coverage of the SGI Canada Best of the West. You're watching the second draw of men's action. Team Alberta 2, Jeremy Harty against Team Saskatchewan 1, Rylan Kleiter. And it was a really good end for Jeremy Harty, but it ended up that Rylan Kleiter's double attempt was good enough. It just spun out of the ring, so what we thought might have been a draw for 3 was only a draw for 2, and it just barely got there. Curtis Goller and Joshua Keast with an unbelievable sweep to get 2 on the board. So it is Harty with a 1-point lead as we head into the second half of this game. Harty sitting at 0-1. Kleiter at 1-0. As we've talked about the format before, but a refresher if you're just joining us mid-game here on your Friday night, and we thank you for doing so. The teams are in, there's 8 teams, 2 per province, BC, Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. And they're split into 2 pools of 4. You just play each team in your pool 1 time. And so 2 wins guarantees you at least a tiebreaker. Could also get you into the playoffs depending on how the results go, but guarantees you at least a tiebreaker. And so Kleiter would love to get to 2 wins, and so would Harty, and he won't be able to if he doesn't win this one. So it's a big game for both teams, no question.
Yep. Line's good.
And it's especially big when you consider that Colton Lott is beating Matt McCready over on sheet 1 5-1. So if that result would hold and Jeremy Harty wins this game, then all 4 teams will be tied at 1-1 heading into tomorrow. So that would make the 2 winners tomorrow your 2 playoff teams if that happens. So certainly a huge game for Harty. And they've been playing like it. They've been full value for their lead here. Speaking of tomorrow, we will have continuing coverage all day. We have every draw for you here live on the Curling Canada and Curling Zone YouTube pages. We'll have the final game of the round robin for each team, or sorry, for each gender tomorrow. Men's are at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. You'll get to see Karsten Sturmay once again on the feature sheet as they take on Brady Scharback from Saskatchewan. And then the ladies finish up at 12:30. Then we've got our tiebreakers at 4:30 and our opening playoff games at 8:30. And we'll be here with you for all of it. I won't be here in the morning. I'm sleeping in. Sean Meacham and Sophia Maybergs, I believe, will be on commentary tomorrow morning. So make sure you stay locked with us tomorrow. It's going to be great as we head into the playoffs. And again, if you're in Saskatoon, come down to the Nutana, enjoy this great action. You can see all the curlers in the event and a lot of fans enjoying the game from the ringside lounge here. A lot of fantastic curling here. A lot of great under 30 curlers west of Ontario. And they're all on display right here. So we'll get back to our feature game now that the housekeeping is out of the way. Very nice shot there from Josh Keast, and it is Team Harty now lying 1 without hammer, and it is buried.
Can't really go too clear. Don't mind that. Trying to swap the shooter a hair over.
Nice shot there from Trevor Johnson. Making the run through, and it is his team lying 1 when the dust settles.
You got it. Good board.
Clean, yep. Yep. Hard. Clean. Yep, yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Josh Keast with a nice come around tap. And so Jeremy Harty lying 2 without hammer here in the 5th. Brief score update for you. Colton Lott adding another point to his total, so he's up 6-1 now on BC2. That's Matt McCready. And on men's doubles, BC faring a little better than they did this morning against Team Manitoba. They're up 4-2 over Jacques Gauthier and Ryan Weeb. That's Dan Wenzik and Nick Meister representing BC in the men's doubles. Very nice control weight double there from Trevor Johnson. As his single fan in the stands with his sign. I believe it says, I swept with Trevor. Anytime Trevor makes a good shot, this man gets the sign up.
Anything, Josh. Go, go, go.
I think he's talking about curling. Swept with him. So what started out as a fairly messy end has turned a little bit more clean here after some really nice run backs. It's Josh Mattern now just looking for a simple hit and roll behind this hybrid corner guard. And it just rolls out the other side. Striking bands on these rocks are very lively. I know that doesn't necessarily mean a lot to a whole lot of you out there, but just means the rolls are a little bit more precise, a little bit tougher to get, and we saw that there. They were calling for the rock to sweep, or sorry, to curl. They're calling for the rock to sweep. That's how you know I've done 4 games today. They were calling for the sweepers to make the rock curl, so they obviously thought they weren't quite there, and then ended up over-rolling. And same thing here for Kyler Kleibrink. So it's going to be one of the classic which team can make the roll first game. One won't curl as much as they'd like, so might be heading more for a blank here.
Like control out here.
Mind you, Kleiter wouldn't hate the blank here. Would give him the hammer in the all-important 6th end.
Just control. Try and roll under, but sticking around more, I think.
As long as you don't start like scream, you know, start screaming or something. So Jeremy Harty will try for the roll here, at least try to bring the play to the center.
Clean. Clean. Whoa.
Don't want to roll out here if you're Jeremy Harty. Okay, did curl there. Looked like it was on the outside of that rock, but Curtis Goller brought it over nicely. So now I think if you're Kleiter, you probably turn your attention to blanking this end. Might even try to roll this outwards. But again, you just can't roll out here. You roll out here and then Jeremy Harty's able to force you by drawing around the center. So just really need to keep this rock anywhere in the house.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Matt.
Like we said, you can't roll out here. And that just does not curl in time. It's been one of those games so far for Rylan Kleiter, and Jeremy Harty's been there every step of the way to take advantage. So if Harty can get buried around this center guard, might even be a steal opportunity here based on where that is. Kleiter has not thrown a draw in some time. Wouldn't be an easy shot for him.
I guess more important just to bury it, get the force. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So final stone here for Jeremy Harty in the 5th. He's already up 1 and has a chance to put some pressure on Rylan Kleiter here.
Let it die, let it die. Josh, be ready. No, picking. Just picked, I think, a hair. Could throw anything from field to board.
So they said it maybe just picked a little bit at the end as we get a look at Team Skurlick filming this shot all the way down the sheet.
I'd say take a bit less, but
But it did just pick at the end there, so showing enough that Kleiter will be able to get the blank.
Okay. Yeah, I just tried to straighten it out and add way too much.
Tonight's 50-50 draw is 390 61 49. 390 61 49.
yep.
Someone just won the 50-50. That's why you're getting the applause behind me.
Yep. Clean.
And Kleiter will make no mistake. So we'll put a couple zeros up on the board, and Kleiter will take the hammer into the all-important 6th end. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
Simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Welcome back, curling fans. John Cullen with you once again. Sorry, I was just tweeting about how difficult this game has been to call because Rylan Kleiter and Kyler Kleibrink are in it, which is just it's like a tongue twister out of my nightmares. You remember when you used to have those tongue twister books as a kid? I feel like now you just make the front page a picture of Rylan Kleiter and Kyler Kleibrink and make kids say that 10 times fast. But we are back. It's been a great game so far between Alberta and Saskatchewan. It is Jeremy Harty leading 4-3, but Kleiter getting the all-important blank in the 5th to keep the hammer here in the 6th. And they'll be looking to take advantage. They had a really good first end. Kleiter had an open draw for 3 that he came just short on. Still got the 2. And ever since then, he's kind of been chasing the game a little bit. Jeremy Harty's just been a little bit smoother.
Fight button. Top 4. You're good. You're real good.
Right here. Yep. Hard.
Top 4.
Okay, over and whoa. No finish.
Good. Lost it?
Yeah, just went sideways.
Updating you on some of the other action. It is Tyler Harty continuing to lay the smackdown on Karsten Sturmay. They are up 6-1. Playing the 6th. Sturmay does have the hammer there. And Braden Calvert took 4 ends to get points after his 2 in the first, but it was a big 3 in the 5th. So it's Braden Calvert now leading Brady Scharback 5-4. They're playing the 5th, Scharback with hammer. As for our game, Matthew Tyon trying to chase this yellow Jeremy Harty stone in the house.
Close. Clean. Heavy board. Caitlin. Kai. Hard. Hard, Kai. Hard, you gotta go.
They'd love to stick this one here. A little bit of a mistake there. Would have been nice to keep that one hanging on at the back to potentially force Kleiter later in the end. Not necessarily likely that it comes into play, but certainly possible.
Good hack. Good hack. Full sport. Hack. Good hack. Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Nice shot there from Trevor Johnson. Didn't quite get fully buried.
This curls here.
Close, yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Close. Kai, yep. Hard, hard. Want to throw the same way?
Yeah.
So neither team able to quite get buried behind one of these guards. And just over rolling there, a smidge is Trevor Johnson.
I think it's pretty good. The other team's ugly to your eye. Corners on the side.
So Kyler Clybrink trying a run back here.
Whoa. Yep.
Guess he couldn't quite see enough of that red.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Girl. Good.
Very nice shot there from Clybrink. But it will leave a couple guards up for Rylan Kleiter. Neither of them are his own, but chance to maybe get some momentum going here. Obviously, if you're Kleiter, you don't even mind taking 1 here in the 6th. Then you try to hold Harty to 1 in the 7th and then get your 2 in the 8th and win.
Go ahead.
And we got our first final out on the ice here is Colton Lott defeating Team BC2, Matthew McCready, so that'll push both of those teams to 1-1.
Hard match, hard match. Whoa.
Nice shot there from Josh Mattern. As I said earlier, if Harty was able to pull this one out, that would put all 4 teams in this pool at 1-1, which would make both the games tomorrow essentially playoff games. Rylan Kleiter would be playing Matthew McCready, and Harty is playing Colton Lott. So the winner of each of those games, if they go to 1-1, would make it to the playoffs. So that would be kind of exciting. Clybrink looking for a run back here, just misses. Haven't said that about Clybrink too much tonight. He's been full value, but just missing that run back there. And so the window is open here for Kleiter. A 2 here would be massive.
I got it. Oh, he's playing the hit roll under other way. That's what they're doing. So Bryce said like throw back 8, flop under and toppers in the back 8. Well, if they make it down. That's a tough double though. If you make this, we should have a really good double. Yeah. If we make this, they can still show. But if you want to play this, midfield is not precise. At least if you have space to run. No, if you tap it to hear that run doubles, like that's tough. Yeah. Don't hate that.
So again, if you're Kleiter here, you just really want to make sure you score.
I like it.
And if you can get 2, all the better. So just trying to come up with a way that you don't give an easy double, and that you don't give an opportunity for Harty to maybe make an easy hit and roll behind the center guard.
It's a little more, hey? It's a little more than my last one.
So I believe they elected to have Josh Mattern try to cross the face of this red one and tap it back. This looks close, maybe a hair on the light side. And that's not bad at all. Does leave a run double, but if you ever miss it, if you're Jeremy Harty, you're in big trouble. So
Yeah. Out. Just off nose. Nose is good, but playing the out at it. Should run pretty straight.
So they are electing to play the run double here. Big shot for Jeremy Harty. Miss this and you're most certainly giving up 2 and maybe 3.
Josh. Hard, Josh.
Josh Keast picking it up right away, trying to make it curl. And it will not curl enough. So wheels coming off a little bit for Jeremy Harty in this end. And all of a sudden, Rylan Kleiter looking pretty darn good.
double.
We got another final in men's doubles as well. Team Alberta.
Yeah, I agree. So then we just
Big winners over Team Saskatchewan, 11-3.
That's what my first thought was, but like what? Yeah, like what's his best shot he can get if we guard him? Like.
And another final on sheet 4. Tyler Tardy, big winners over Karsten Sturmay, so that will move Team Tardy to 2-0 and guarantee them at least a spot in the tiebreaker.
Never know that. Yeah. Yeah.
So again, some discussion here from Team Kleiter. They're just trying to get as much separation between the 3 stones as they can. So I believe they're trying to come down to the top red one and just try and split all 3. The danger here of playing at these 2 is that if you don't hit it exactly right or you don't throw enough weight, the triple could potentially be there for Jeremy Harty. So
Line's good, guys.
just got to make sure you separate them so that there's at least
Line's real good.
no chance of a triple.
Room. Whoa then. Whoa.
So it looked like they were maybe trying to play a de facto guard here, actually. And it will slide a little deep. And that looks like a pretty academic triple to me. I think as long as Jeremy Harty gets this just off the nose, all 3 of those are gone. So, unfortunate miss for Rylan Kleiter there.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Really the only thing you couldn't do here.
To make sure this one goes.
Yeah, 2/3.
Yeah.
So you get a good look at it there from the top. Really the nose or anywhere just off the nose should get all 3 of them for Jeremy Harty. And then Kleiter will have to decide if they want to take their 1 or blank again.
Yeah. Close.
Yep. Whoa.
This needs to curl a lot. And it doesn't curl enough. And that just goes to show you how pretty easy that triple was. I mean, we'll see this on the replay, but Jeremy Harty actually missed where he was trying to hit it by quite a bit and still almost got the triple to go. So it was pretty wired up there, and an unfortunate mistake from Jeremy Harty, and Rylan Kleiter will still get to put 2 on the board here as long as he hits the paint. So final stone here for Rylan Kleiter, just needs to hit paint to get an all-important 2 here in the 6th.
15-7.
And he makes no mistake, so a couple errors on both sides, and Rylan Kleiter gets 2 with the hammer. He'll take a 5-4 lead into the 7th. You're watching the SGI Best of the West.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
So here we go, the SGI Canada and SaskMilk shot of the night is coming shortly. And there it is from Kleiter. Makes a beautiful run double. I like the guy in the hat's reaction on the side there. Can we play that replay one more time? You got to see the guy with the hat. Just beautiful. Watch here. We see that double. Look at this guy. Ooh, that's a dandy shot. And indeed it was. That led to a force of Rylan Kleiter in the third. Fantastic shot from Kleiter. The SGI Canada and SaskMilk shot of the game. So really big sixth end for Rylan Kleiter, managing to get 2 on the board with the hammer, and they take the lead back. So for Jeremy Harty, this is a similar plan. We saw this in the Brown-Peterson game earlier this afternoon. It'll be a similar plan for them here. If you're Jeremy Harty, you want to score a multiple or you want to blank. So another good shot there from Curtis Goller. Both these leads have been excellent today. Matthew Taillon and Curtis Goller showing their skills.
Close. Top 12.
Okay, you can go then. Yep. Line's really good. It's all you. Top 8. Line's perfect.
Gotta go.
Okay, go then. Line's perfect.
So Matthew Taillon just trying to follow Curtis Goller down. And he will do just that. Great shot from Taillon. I asked him before the game if he wanted me to go full French accent and pronounce his name Mathieu Taillon. And he told me no, just to stick with the regular English. I don't know if my accent was the problem or what, but I might have to. If they make the final, I might just go full French accent.
Stop.
So this is where we're seeing a little bit of the debate here, because Jeremy Harty, as the skip, probably thinks to himself, could we try and keep the blank in play?
Kind of depends. If we go here,
If you go here, you're blanking.
right?
Go there, you're
Trying to get 2, yeah. What if we chop?
even if you go over there and they take straight one.
Yeah. Well, what if we chop though? It's kind of both still. They double. It's probably blank.
Blank is good.
Yeah.
Like if you're there, I think you might be working.
Yeah, I think we want to be on this side, the top.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Top 12.
So the chatter between Kyler and Jeremy was if we draw the open side, because they are shot stone. So they're talking about if we draw the open side, well, we're probably trying to play for 2. And if we try to come to the middle, we're probably trying to blank. And so they've chosen to come to the middle here. So you can see what their preference might be.
Great. Okay, keep going.
And I think most teams would agree with them. Most teams would prefer to be down 1 with hammer than up 1 without.
Keep it going. Hard, Josh, hard.
Good spot.
Nice. Good shot. 16-5.
Even if you're on the nose, it's really good. Breathe. Yep. Off 12.
Try my best. I don't know if I was earlier today, but right now it is actually
Little tight. Hard release. Gotta go. Gotta go line. Hard line. Line's good. Line's good.
All there.
Close. Whoa. Close.
Do it.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
nice shot there from Trevor Johnson, getting in around that corner guard. And still Harty lying 1 with the hammer. So we know Harty would probably prefer the blank here, so you'd assume they're going to try and run something in here, but it's not easy with where Trevor Johnson placed that rock. Sometimes your plans have to be a little malleable. So just playing board here, trying to loosen that red stone from on the right as you're looking at it. Trying to loosen that up from the pile by running this one into it.
Yep, hard. Yep.
And this is just all over the top from Josh Keast.
Whoa. Close, yep.
Might be able to make a cheeky little double here.
That works.
And it's
Hard.
not a bad plan B, considering that it was missed at about a plan G level. One of those, Josh Keast just laughing to himself. He just fully, my broadcast perch is right above where they were sliding out, and he just fully did not even get on the right side of the center line on that one. And sometimes that happens. You just kick out of the hack and you just don't quite get there.
Is the call ever to do this?
He always has a draw for 2 then, huh?
So double available here for Trevor Johnson. If he makes it, Kleiter'd be lying 3. And no mistake made. So it is Kleiter lying 3 without hammer here in the 7th. The one thing this does help Harty with is that they can now just really chase the blank. Try and make a couple doubles and keep that in play.
Yeah.
Close. Yep. Hard. Hard. Whoa.
Will it get out? It won't. So just not quite for Josh Keast there, and that's again, unfortunate because now with that one being so far out in the wings, it's going to make your blank opportunity very tough.
Like solid hack, yeah.
Trying to bring this one over for Josh Mattern. And it is still Kleiter lying 3. So now I think if you're Team Harty, you probably try to turn this into a 2. For your Team Harty, taking 1 is the absolute worst case scenario. So at some point, you have to maybe bail out of your blank plan, and I think with how these reds are separated, that's about where you're at. So Kyler Kleibrink trying to get below this yellow guard and just can't quite get there. So opportunity now for Kleiter to do the same. Josh Mattern trying to get underneath here. Really nice touch from Mattern. He's exhibited that a few times tonight. Great shot from the lefty, and it is once again Kleiter lying 3 without hammer.
That? Right. I guess all we have to draw is going that way or... Yeah. Whatever kind of risk you want to get into. Yeah, I think the 2 will stay to be able to catch
even if you're thick on it, you get
yeah.
And you sit 1 over that one. If you're perfect.
Right. We put it there.
Put it there, we
might get 2.
Oh, good chance to use the telestrator here. Haven't used it all night. Here we go. So what they're talking about, the 2 options here. The first one is the triple. So they're talking about maybe coming down here, you get rid of this red, and if you're lucky, you maybe skim over the top of this red and get that one out as well. So you kill all 3 of those. That's your first option.
I think the 2.
Second option is you just draw around everything.
Right?
You almost just want to just...
Problem with the draw option is that there's almost too many ways that it can go wrong for you. If you come deep, Kleiter freezes to it. It's going to be really hard to get buried on that turn. And so I do think they have elected to play the triple here.
Which turn? Yeah.
Quarter rock inside. I'm throwing the out.
This is no easy triple.
Out turn.
Out turn.
But I think if you're Kyler Kleibrink, even getting rid of those top 2 reds, not a terrible result.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Close. Yep. Yep.
And just doesn't quite get there. Goes over the top of everything. So it's now Kleiter sitting 2.
Wasn't there then.
So another look at it there. I thought coming down the sheet, you know, Kyler said he didn't think it was there, and I think coming down the sheet, I thought he threw it pretty much exactly where he wanted to hit it. And just wasn't there. And unfortunately for Harty, he wasn't even there to get rid of 2 of them. So
we had to get that.
Really good opportunity for the force here now for Kleiter. So Kleiter here with his first, just looking to split the rings, lie 3.
Line's good, guys. It's top 8. Go ahead. It can always curl if you can. 15-8. Just top 8, boys. Just clean it.
And no mistake made by Rylan Kleiter. So it's been sort of a tale of 2 games here. Kleiter with the great first end, and then Harty really exerting his force in the 2nd to 5th ends, and then Kleiter with that really good 6th, and now in full control here in the 7th. So just going to try to get rid of 2 here and hope that perhaps Kleiter misses his last one. So if you're Kleiter, you're already shot. You could draw here if you wanted to, but electing to hit, which is probably the smarter option. Draw, you can give up 2, so hitting, you're never going to give up 2. The only thing here is you just can't roll out. You roll out and then you give the blank that Harty's wanted all end. So again, if you're Rylan Kleiter, just need to stick around here. And he makes no mistake. So really well played end for Saskatchewan, and they're going to be forcing Jeremy Harty to a single. And that will mean Rylan Kleiter will have the hammer coming home. All tied up.
Nose. Yeah.
Checking in on the other games, the men's doubles, BC with a big 2 in the 6th. So they lead Manitoba 6-3. And Braden Calvert are up 2 points. They stole another one in 6 against Brady Scharback, so Calvert leads that one 6-4. Final stone here for Jeremy Harty in the 7th. Needs to make this one count. And count it will. So it will be a tie game, but Saskatchewan will have the hammer in the 8th when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year.
So it's all come down to this final end here of the final draw on the first day of the SGI Canada Best of the West. Rylan Kleiter, Saskatchewan 1 rather, facing off against Jeremy Harty, Alberta 2. And these two teams have been locked in a battle all game, and now it is 5-5. Kleiter with the hammer here in the 8th. Matthew Tyon looking for the tick here. As we've said all night, the implications of this game are huge. If Rylan Kleiter were to win this game, it would get them to 2 wins and into a guaranteed tiebreaker. Or rather, they would be guaranteed at least a tiebreaker. Might just get them right into the semifinals. And for Jeremy Harty, if they win this, then it'll make their game tomorrow against Team Lot a playoff game, essentially, as it will knot the entire pool at 1-1. So huge game here in a tournament where you only have 3 round-robin games. Goes without saying that every game and every W very important.
You're good. Nice.
Matthew Tyon making a perfect tick on his first one, and now they're going to elect to come in the house with his second. The nice part about that tick for Tyon too is they've got that red in the 12-foot that could act as a scoring rock later on in the end. So a good shot from Tyon, maybe a little higher than they would have liked it, but still getting a freeze here out of Curtis Goller. Sorry, rather Josh Keast, my apologies. Both wearing black hats, so a little difficult to tell from the other end. I don't think I'd be a very good witness to a crime. So, I don't know, he was wearing a black hat. I'll be honest, the first thing I thought when Josh Keast slid out of the hack is Curtis Goller left-handed? And I just didn't realize the whole game. And then I thought, no, you're an idiot. It's Josh Keast.
I like that way better.
In any case, Keast trying for the freeze, comes behind it, and as you heard Kyler Clybring say, he likes it better. I do too, actually. You're now the shot stone, and you're going to force Kleiter to have to do something with it at some point, so I agree, one of those happy misses. So Trevor Johnson looking to get rid of both of these yellow guards. And it won't quite curl enough, but does get rid of the top one. As I said earlier, we will be back with coverage starting at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. It'll be the men, Brady Sharback against Karsten Sturmay, live on Curling Canada and Curling Zone's YouTube pages. And the coverage will continue throughout the day.
Line's good.
And then into Championship Sunday.
Okay. Gotta curl a bit then. Yep, okay. Close. Whoa. Good.
Nice shot from Josh Keast. These teams are playing for a huge purse too, $10,000 for first. One of the biggest prizes on the World Curling Tour this year. $5,000 to second. So nice opportunity for these under 30 curlers to not only ply their trade, but make a little bit of cash too. just misses the one on the button, but great shot from Trevor Johnson all the same. So the house starting to look pretty good for Team Kleiter here with the hammer, but it is still Team Harty lying shot.
Line's good. On my broom, guys. Hey, room. Whoa. Good.
Kleibrink with no mistake on the guard. Trying the run back here. Doesn't get it, but gets his rock off the top of the 8-foot. Unfortunately, it does leave that hybrid center guard there. So it might help with Kleiter's draw path, but it's going to make it so that Team Alberta is going to be able to put some pressure on Rylan with his last one, most likely. Over on sheet 5, a big 2 for Brady Scharback to tie that game with Braden Calvert. So Calvert has the hammer. They're playing the 8th.
Hard, Josh. All right, keep going. Keep going, guys. Keep it going. Hard. Yep. Full 12. Go. Keep going, Josh. That's good.
So a little short there from Kleibrink. Chance here to maybe once again make the run double for Josh Mattern. It's close. And there it is. Fantastic shot from Josh Mattern. Bingo bango. Gets rid of both of those yellows in the house, and it is now Kleiter lying 2. And that was the shot they were waiting for all end. Absolutely phenomenal throw from Joshua Mattern.
There, get the center. There. Okay. Got it. Just like key line around it. Yeah. That's probably close, I say. Yeah. Like edge. So. Yeah. I think you can finish it for sure.
So Jeremy Harty with his first here, forced to draw.
Close.
Would love to have this fully in the 4-foot.
Hard. Line's good. Hard.
All you. Josh. Go ahead. Yep. Hard, Josh.
Really good shot and really good sweep from Josh Keast to bring that one in for Jeremy Harty. So really good spot for that one. It's going to force Kleiter into the run back. We're at the point in the end now where Kleiter would actually like to stick this run back. If he can hit it right on the nose and stick the red behind it, it's going to be pretty hard for Harty to get his into a spot where Kleiter won't be able to deal with it. So big first shot here for Rylan Kleiter. And he will drive it by. So opportunity again knocking for Jeremy Harty, but it's not really a phenomenal place for him to put it where Kleiter can't score.
Put it any deeper, it's easier for him, right? Because he does, yeah.
And he's ripping sideways at it.
Yeah, nose double.
Talked at the very start of the end that Matthew Tyon tick shot with the red one rolling onto the rings might be a factor, and it might here.
Yeah, I think that's a spot. Yeah.
Jeremy and Kyler talking about coming into the rings, but that catcher is the reason that they're not doing it. They worry that if they were to try and maybe choke off Rylan's draw path in the 8-foot on the center line, just be an easy double for Kleiter, and he's got that catcher over there. So they want to force Kleiter to draw here.
Yeah.
So they're going to put this about halfway, and this ice is not the easiest to throw guards on.
Okay.
So we'll see if Jeremy Harty's up to the task here. We are all tied up here at the SGI Canada Best of the West. Final stone here for Alberta 2.
Should be there. Well then, well then. Well then.
Kurt's rock.
Whoa. Whoa.
Close, Josh.
Need to have this guarded on the center line side, ideally, but this really needs to curl.
A little bit, yep.
Hard, keep going.
Okay, it's coming over now. Perfect shot from Jeremy Harty, very well managed, and so it will be Rylan Kleiter with the draw for the win. And he has not had to draw that much this game, so this is not an easy shot for Rylan. He's had some draws, but they've just been to hit paint. So there's a little difference between that and drawing to the button for the win. So here we go, final stone, 8th end. Rylan Kleiter needs a piece of the button to go to 2-0. Sweepers are picking it up early. Tyon and Johnson are on this. Can they get it there? This is going to be close. Need a piece of the button. Can Tyon get it there? Yes, he can. Phenomenal sweep from Matthew Tyon. He might be dead, but he doesn't care. Phenomenal job for Saskatchewan. The hometown crowd loves it. Jeremy Harty drops to 0-2. Rylan Kleiter improves to 2-0. Phenomenal game from both teams. What a sweep from the front end of Tyon and Johnson. Look at this. Look at Tyon. He's done. He's finished. He's had enough. But it was enough. A 6-5 victory for Saskatchewan 1. What a game. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. local time. Sharbak versus Sturmey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.